Welcome everyone, I'm Luke Loveridge, the founder and CEO of Propflo. We're an award-winning platform that makes it easy and profitable for businesses to engage their customers to make their homes greener. I'm joined today by a fantastic panel of experts and we'll together be exploring how the new government policies will impact domestic energy efficiency and green finance. But firstly, what's the challenge? Just to give a bit of context on the challenge. So according to RICS, we're going to need at least £250 billion to get our housing stock up to standard. And that's pretty much all UK homes, about 29 million homes. But we're making quite slow progress. So we need to make at least 80,000 retrofits per month. We're currently doing around 17,000. So the Labour government have 5 core mission areas: kickstart the economic growth, make Britain a clean energy superpower, and then a few others which might not be as relevant: take back your streets, break down barriers to opportunity, and build an NHS fit for the future. Obviously, the ones we're going to be mainly focusing on today will be economic and the green superpower focus area. So on the economic side, one of the main policy areas is around building 1.5 million new homes. They want to have a brownfield first approach and are committed to preserving the green belt. They also want to significantly increase social and affordable housing. But also, and I think this is important, they want to ensure high quality, well-designed and sustainable homes. Now, last year we built 230,000 homes, so 300,000 homes per year is quite ambitious, but I'm sure it's not unachievable. But will some of these constraints, so brownfield first, increasing affordable housing and making homes more sustainable, will they have to compromise on some of these constraints? So I think that might be quite a good thing to discuss later on. There are also some pledges that will affect the property and mortgage markets more generally and have a knock-on effect for green homes. So they want to give first-time buyers the first chance to buy new homes. So working with local authorities to do that. So that would be interesting to understand how they implement that. They want to make the mortgage guarantee scheme permanent. And they also want to reduce the threshold for stamp duty for first-time buyers from 425,000 to 300,000. So there's a bit of a mixed bag there for first-time buyers. So it will be interesting to see how these proposals affect the demand on the housing market. More generally, there's also a national wealth fund that will be created. They want to create more economic stability, which is obviously, that's nice. They want to partner with the private sector to achieve a lot of their goals and also give more powers to local authorities and regional authorities. So these policies may have a more indirect impact on green homes and green finance, for example, increasing the supply chain resilience. The clean energy mission will also have probably the most direct impact on green homes and green finance. One of the headline pledges is to set up the Great British Energy and to secure energy independence. What this means in reality is a huge increase in renewable energy generation on a fairly tight timescale as well, so by 2030. And this is essentially catalysed by about £8.3 billion worth of investment. I do also think they're also trying to get more, facilitate more pension fund investment as well. Ultimately, they want to lower energy bills. And for me, it'd be interesting to understand how that will affect the investment decision for people wanting to do green upgrades to their homes. So if the energy is cheaper, will the payback be longer term? So I think that'd be an interesting one to explore. I think probably one of the most directly impactful sort of policy areas is around warmer homes. So I think this is a £6.6 billion plan to upgrade about 5 million homes. And usually through local authorities via grants and low interest loans. I think there's a few examples of this already, so this will obviously be trying to push that forward into most areas of the UK. Interestingly, though, they also want to work with the private sector, including banks and building societies, provide that further finance. So obviously that plan was around 5 million homes. We need to do 29 million. So there's still a huge amount of finance that will be needed to accelerate the home upgrades and low carbon heating. And I think another really important one is around, they're basically going to be bringing back minimum energy efficiency standards. One interesting point here would be to understand to what extent they replicate what had already been proposed. So getting private rented homes to a C with a minimum spending cap of £10,000, maximum spending cap, sorry, of £10,000. Personally, you know, is there going to be other support for landlords? There's other policies that they are introducing around the private rented sector. So it'd be, again, understand how this is prioritised within that wider spectrum. There also are some other proposals around their net zero approach, which I think will be interesting. So they do want to make the UK the green finance capital of the world. So it's great that we've got someone from the Green Finance Institute here. And one part of this would be around mandating financial institutions and large companies in the UK to implement plans that align to that 1.5 degree Paris goal.